In this video, we're going to learn a little bit about events and transitions. Okay, so to start off, you want to go to Pages here. I'm going to create a few pages. First thing, you want to actually create the size. We're going to make this a mobile view. So you just click on iPhone, right? This is your first mobile view, right? And then you want to click on this little plus sign. Let's just make 3. Okay, 3 views. Next thing you want to do is create a little background color here. So this one we could do it is just go onto your little library here, get the basic layer, and just make a little square. Okay. After that, let's make a text thing right here, and let's write. Actually, there we go. Let's just say screen 1. Let's make this left aligned. Just make this stretch out a little bit here. Okay, notice there's a little border around there. To get rid of that border, come over here, it says border color. Just bring it all the way down to 0, or all the way to the left. Other thing you can do too, is if it's there, you could also just go to border width and just go all the way to the left to 0. That gets rid of the border color. Something else to do is let's change the color of the actual text. Let's change that to white. Okay. Alright. One thing to keep in mind when you do that, when you change text to white, is that text actually shows up in this little text field, and since it's white, it actually turns white, which is kind of weird. I'd call that a bug, but it's not a big deal. Once you understand that it's there, it's fine. Okay, so we have screen 1. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to add a little button. So we'll just make it simple. And obviously, in the real world, you would do this after importing from Sketch, so your buttons look nice. But we're just going to make a little box, right? And we'll change this color. That's something else. Let's make it a little lighter. Let's just say it's something like that. Okay, and that's going to be our button. Just we'll put a button right there. Right, and that button's going to take us. So let's just copy this stuff. All right, whoa. Copy this stuff. Go here to the next page. We're just going to paste it, and we'll change this color to something else. So this border color, so it's this green, right? And then here, we'll do it again and change this color to something else. And we can change this to, let's just say, blue. Okay? On this left one, okay, that's fine. So now we have 3 different screens, and we want to transition between each of those. Okay, so we want to do, we're going to the first one, right? And we have this button. When I click this button, I want something to happen. I want it to move to this second screen. So to do that, you go to Library, right? Click on this action, and we'll see what actions are in a second. You click and drag it, place it right on top. There's a couple other ways to do it. You can right click, you can add child, and then go to action too. Okay, but so right now we click that action. Now go to inspector, and you'll see, go to inspector and go to layers, and click inside of your layer of this green square, and you'll see actions inside of there. Whenever you toss things from the library onto these layers, they'll all show up nested underneath this. So right now, if you click on mouse click play animation, right? What we want to do is we want to change this a little bit. So I want on mouse click, I want to, and there's different events here, right? There's mouse click, mouse up, all these key up, peak, pop, time interval, notification. And the ones over here on the top are pretty self-explanatory. So sort of these gestures. These I haven't used, but I'm assuming you can only really test these on um, maybe your touchpad or screen, like mobile screens. Yeah, I haven't really tested these. These are just timers here. So if I want something to happen every 5 seconds, I would use this. And this is notifications where you can sort of create these custom events. And we'll go over that later. Okay. Action types. So here we have a bunch of things that could happen once you make a click. One of the things in there is transition to page, and that's what we're going to use today. And we'll go over some of the others at some other point. So transition to page. Then you select the page you want to transition to. I want to go to page 2. And here's your transition. You can push, move in, dissolve, reveal, right? So, and we have some pretty interesting ones like genie and flip. So let's do, you know what, I want to do a cool cube roll. Or actually, I just want something that's just pretty simple. So we'll just keep it at push, right? And I want it to push from, I'm clicking from here, I want it to push from the right. You can change the duration, speed. You can also, this here is how your easing is. So you can do ease out, ease in. So like default. I typically use default for a lot of stuff. And then let's just test it. So you'll hear, click on present. And now when you click on it, that's it. You created a little transition. Let's do another one. Over here, right? And the same thing. Grab this, add the action. You got an action. Go back to layers. Go onto that button layer right here. Right, back to inspector. We're gonna actually, we'll just say mouse click, transition to page. And we're going to go to page 3. And we're going to say, do something else. Do genie, right? And then we're going to test this again. So let's test. Okay, so we're testing from here. And you'll notice it goes there. I don't know, test. Just do one more. So we go through all of them. And this one, back to library, back to action, right, back to layer, go back to action, inspector, transition to layer, and this one we will do something else, cube rotate, right? And that's it. Now present. And, oh, you know what? So what we did there, you'll notice that I just transitioned my layer, right? So that was a mistake on my part. So go here. I want to make sure this is transition to page and test that out. What did I miss there? Try that again. Oh, didn't pick a page. Page 1. Okay, now let's try. There we go. That's it. So now we got everything working. All right. So that's transitions for page to page.